Hello creatives, welcome back again to my channel. So we are going to be learning how to make a turban cap, but this is not just the very turban cap, but a stylish one. So I'm going to be using two different colors of fabric, scuba fabric. So that's what I will use to achieve the turban design. And the length I'm going to be using is a 14 inches on fold, which is about 28 inches, and the height is 10 inches. This is the measurements for each of this fabric. You can actually use the same color of fabric, but I just want to combine these two colors, and the light pink is also the same measurement with the other one. So this is the first step. I'm going to fold it. I'm going to fold it as seen in the video. I will fold and pin it down. I love to pin, to hold it in place while sewing. So I'm going to fold and pin it down. Then I'm going to take it to my machine and sew it along. Okay, so that's the first step. Now this is it after I have sewn it. This is it. Okay, so I'm going to move ahead to mark 1 inch measurement all the way down, and after marking it, I'm going to sew each of those points, those places I marked. I'm going to sew it, and I will also show you how it looks after sewing. Okay, I'm going to sew it by just a little, not up to 1/4 inch. Okay, so I'm going to also show you the outcome after sewing, and the same thing is what I'm going to replicate in the other color. Okay, just exactly what I'm doing here, I'm going to also do it in the light pink. So can you see how I folded it? So I'm going to sew it. So this is it after I've sewn it. And the next step is to find the midpoint of each of this fabric, and I'm going to mark it with my chalk. I'll find the center on the midpoint and mark it with my chalk. And then at the midpoint of this, I'm going to run a gathered stitch. Just watch how I am picking each of the lines to run a gathered stitch on it, and I'm going to stitch them together. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, like and share my videos, and if you have any question, please leave it in the comment section and I will respond to it. Okay, so now I've sewn the midpoint, and can you see how it looks? And so there I have about 3 inches when I measure it. So I'm going to cut out a piece of fabric that I will use as a band to that, and I'm using measurement of 6 inches as the length, and wideness will be 5 inches. Can you see? So I'm going to fold it together by the length and sew, after which I will turn it over and also fold it again and sew, just as seen in the video. And this is it after sewing. So I'm going to pass my fabric into it till it gets to the midpoint. Now it has gotten to the midpoint. What is left for me is to join these two materials together. So at the midpoint, that's where this band is going to stay, and you can pin it down so that it doesn't shift. So you pay attention to see the sides that I'm joining together. Thank you so much for joining me in this tutorial. If you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, like and share my videos. Okay? And you can follow me on all social media platforms, and I will leave the links to all of them in the description box. So let's connect on Instagram, let's connect on Facebook, and also you can join my Facebook group, DIY Fascinators and Headpieces. I hope that you understand this tutorial and you also enjoy it as well. I'm going to sew all of these places that I've pinned down. So this is it after sewing. Can you see that I've sewn the different sizes, different sides? So this is it. Now I'm going to fold this into two, and I'm going to measure out the actual head circumference. And my head circumference is 22 inches, so I'm going to measure out 11 inches. You know, it's on fold, so it's going to be 11 inches. So assuming you are working with head circumference of 24 or 23, that means you are going to be measuring out 11.5 or 12 inches. So, and after that I'm going to sew it. Can you see our turban? It has already formed. Now the last thing left is to run a gathered stitch at the back. At this point you can take it to your weaving machine and weave. As for me, I outsource the weaving, and that's why I'm not showing that part here. I outsource it, I don't do it by myself. So you can, if you have a weaving machine, you can take it and weave after cutting off the excess. So this is it, and you can also leave this. After wearing it, you tuck it in, but for the sake of this tutorial we are going to be running a gathered stitch at the back to bring down that point, and that's the last step in making this very lovely turban cap. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for sticking on this channel. And to all our subscribers, we appreciate you all. Please, if you are yet to subscribe, kindly do so. And thank you all, and see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.